This can't be happening, he thought he was dreaming. As he continued to question his status, he snapped out of his vision. Like in many occasions, he was confused and afraid and promised not to tell anyone about it. As a little kid, he knew he was one of the gifted seers because of some of his small visions which came to realization, like when he told his parents that he saw bloodshed in the land and several prominent persons were killed, including the king's grandson. It was so detailed and precise. Just as he predicted, Osis was invaded the next week by a warring village, whose name he has since forgotten, and lo and behold, the king's grandson was brutally slaughtered. His father has since told him he was a special child, even though he has had no such visions since then. He got home while the sun had since gone down. He came as usual, carrying the small bunch of plantain he had cut on the way back and the small bush rat his trap had caught after a whole week of waiting. He tried to hide his confusion, but Etire was quick to notice his mood. "What is wrong, my husband?" she asked, and "Something bothers you, Papa," she said almost in a calm, sorrowful tone. He tried to shake her off by trying painfully to reassure her that there was nothing wrong, but at the end, he had to give in to her pressure to save him from the torment of her quizzing. "I heard a voice today," he began. Etire prompted him to continue. "The voice told me I had been chosen to go to the edge of the earth for humanity's survival." She couldn't believe what she was hearing. She knew she had to kill off that thought immediately because of the tough and stubborn husband she had come to know over their 18 years of marriage. He was almost never bendable when he holds on to a thought or an idea he felt strongly about. She knew she had to try as hard as she could. "My dear husband, this can't be true. I am sure you were not feeling too well this morning before you left for the farm," she began with a slight quiver to her voice. "This was totally my fault because I didn't wake up early to prepare your meal. It must have been the empty stomach." Magigo shook his head gently. He knew what the reaction would be. He was about to say something when Akisi, his 16-year-old son, came in and knelt down, as is the tradition, to greet his dad welcome. He was quickly followed in by Kanal, who just became 16 last moon. She got a full bowl of boiled cornmeal with chicken stew. That was one of the happiest days of her life. Magigo could not continue in the presence of his young children. He let his wife feel that she had won. Haruni came running to the palace like a man possessed. He was restless and his panic was transferred to everyone there, watching and waiting to hear and know why he was acting strangely. Even though the people have come to know him as a man of exaggerations, but they had never seen him this way. There were 4 chiefs at Abosi, including King Kalaka, that afternoon. "What brings you to Abosi this afternoon, son of Epa Ogbeni's son?" asked Chief Asazan, the senior palace chief. "Your nervousness causes us fear, for we've never seen you this way." He sat down on the staircase just a few feet from the king. He continued breathing heavily. "Speak up, Haruni. What troubles you?" No sooner had he regained his strength, he began his account. "Long may you live, your royal highness and respected chiefs," he said, and looking individually at the sitting chiefs. Chief Ota acknowledged his praise, which was meant to buy their support from the very beginning. "I woke up this morning with the strangest of visions," he continued. "I woke up with the strangest of dreams, my royal highness, and there was a fearful voice that spoke to me." Everyone present started looking at each other. It was more of a not again expression on their faces. "What did the voice say, Haruni?" asked Chief Ota. He paused a while, still breathing heavily, just only at longer intervals. "There is going to be an impending disaster unless," he paused again, and the 5 pairs of eyes prompted him on. "Unless the messenger goes to the edge of the earth." Chief Emilio came down sharply on him. "What messenger? What end of the earth are you talking about? What disaster?" he asked with disdain in his voice. "You must be hallucinating, or you have come with one of your attention-seeking stories." He shut Haruni down when he tried protesting. Other chiefs began speaking at random, and the king had heard enough. "Calm down, people," he said with a tone slightly higher than he normally does, but very firm. "Haruni here has a worry. We have to hear him out. The cock will not always stand in the same position and crow every morning, or will it?" As he added this parable, which spoke volumes, he was interrupted by Chief Opiri. "Your Highness, long may you live," he said. He was the oldest amongst them. "The cock can't always make the same music from the same position every morning. He has to move ever slightly," he said. "Just maybe Haruni is telling the truth. How do we verify his claim?" King Kalaka said, "There will be a sign. There will be a definite sign.